Hello, how are you? This is JilliBling. I have a project using Spotlight on Nature bundle. So here's the project. Is that pretty? It's kind of bordering on a little bit simple for me, but I just love it. It's using a lot of new products. Spotlight on Nature is a bundle, so there's a stamp set and the dies. The dies are incredible. So the dies are all about circles, and as you can see, quite a few of them are being busy. So it's two groupings of circles, and if I had all of them here, the big one matches the big one, but it's in a different pattern. So you could kind of layer them together, which is a lot of fun, and beautiful shapes. I'll show you on the sample here close up in just a minute. So that we'll be using these dies. Also, some new dies, they're called Unbounded Love. And they go with a word set. The words are nice too. Unbounded Love dies. So these kind of fit together. This one is just fun. I keep wanting to use it, but it calls for some small words and I haven't found those yet. But these are nice too, and they kind of nest together where this one sits right inside of there. Look at this pretty, detailed, I guess those are like flowers on there, but right here, you could take these and kind of layer them over the top. These sit together. There's more dies in this set. We'll be using one of them today for these words, but this is definitely a winner in the new catalog. So there's that one. And then also stylish shapes, like a good basic die set. And it comes with banners, all different sizes, squares and circles, stitched on both sides. So we'll be doing that. This is a project. I showed you the inside. New embossing folder, we'll use that. These are those dies. And I put a little black circle behind it, so it made the die stand out a little bit better. And the same with this one. And a butterfly. Okay, let's get started. I think this is the smallest pile of stuff I've ever done in a long time. So we'll be using our embossing buddy on the black cardstock for the words. And I'll go through each size as we get it close to making the card. And then at the end, I'll hold up these two together so you could take a screenshot. We will be using Baker Twine Essential Pack for the white bow. That's more for the words. These are some new bling. Oh no, you could tell by the item number. This is 161206. If it was 163, I'd say it's brand new. But I know that adhesive back sequin trio, I know it's in the upcoming catalog. Just 3 colors, 2 sizes of each, and I think these two look really good with this card. We'll be using those. Look at this. Look how big this is. Can you tell how big that is? You're like, wait a minute. I mean, you can do, can you? You can do almost a whole card. It looks like it would fit in there, but I know the spot at the top where the hinge is, it's kind of no texture. And the bottom, we'll be doing just the front of it, but look at that. And do you see this pattern? Oh, I have something that will show it a little bit better. Okay, so here's our papers. Oh, this is also a new one. I think this one is called Lace. Can you see what it looks like? Does that help? That helps a little bit. Pretty. I always use gray plate because some of them are used 2 clear plates and then I put my name on it. Then also in the mail, here we go. Now you could really see it. Wow. Dotted circles 3D embossing folder. Crazy big. Then I also got this one that I haven't got into yet. So swirly embossing folder. So I'll use that sometime soon too. Okay, let's get to building this card. Okay, so the base paper, and this is in Basic Beige. Basic Beige is a new color in the annual catalog, and it's kind of like a neutral. So right now, if you order white and black, they're in their own little category. And this to me is like maybe a washed out river rock or sand, just a neutral color. This is 5.5 by 8.5. This piece right here, what we're going to texture is 4 1/4 by 5 3/8. So when you go to put it in here, I'm going to put it right in the middle. But I was thinking maybe I'd put it off to the side like this and have my focal point over here. But when I took the circle, is like, I'll do that another time. Like if you had the circle here, then the flowers would be right here, and I thought that's just all off-centered. Like maybe if they're drifting off to the side, but for today's project, right in the middle. Okay. And then the circle papers. So there's 4 circles. When you look at this, you're like, there's just white, but see how there's a hint of color back behind there, black, and a hint of color back behind here? 4 of them. So we're going to use, and these are all cut to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'll hold these up so you can see how cool they are. Cool. So this is that is in Spotlight on Nature. Well, here, these 3 are Spotlight on Nature. These 2 are the same size. And then this one is from Stylish Shapes, and that's pretty much maybe just a little bit smaller than this one. So 4 circles, 4 papers, 4 circles. It's kind of a shame to cover that up, but it makes for pretty, or petunia popping through there. And if ever you cut your circles and you get a flat spot like that, because there's so much potential to be covering it up, don't worry about it. Okay, so we have that done. Those are going to go right there. For the inside, we have these 3 layers. The black one is 5 by 3 3/4. The petunia is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and the white is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So those are going to go inside. Okay, I'm going to hold it up. Get ready to do your screenshot. This card, here's the paper cut sizes. Just like that. Okay. So since this is out, let's do the heat embossing and say, thanks. Thanks. This thanks right here. So that will be in Versamark. Might as well do 2. I have lots of thanks to say. Thanks, thanks, thanks to lots of people. My little spoon is buried. This spoon I got from Norway. This is my souvenir, which is great. But it's made out of some fancy wood, and the wood has oils in it. So guess what? My spoon remains kind of, I should choose a different one, but I just haven't yet. It's a special spoon. I don't know where else I would use these spoons. So now I'm all a mess. Hold on. Okay. And that's it. We are done with that. I just went and got a haircut and I have little hairs all over. So there is a die. Oh, I have something to show you. So here's the die. So I'll put it on here. So if ever you want your white embossing powder to be a different color, you could color it with blends, which is what I did right here. So any color blends that you have, alcohol markers, you can make it colored. The only thing is, let me cut this out, is look at how it looks on here. So there's the white, and then when you do it colored, this time I don't think it's a good fit. To me it kind of muddies my project, but sometimes I'm sure it would be a perfect fit. But this one I really like to continue with the black-white trend, so I'm just going to leave it just plain. And if ever you have, I cut that one out a little crooked, if ever you have, because you saw me use the embossing buddy, like little white dots, well, this one's pretty good. You could take your Sharpie and just kind of touch it, and it makes the little white dot be gone. Okay, so we have that, and I have embossing powder here. So I'm going to stamp one of the flower, one of the leaf, and one of the butterfly, and we're going to color them. You're like, wait a minute, we need to do that together. We'll do the inside together, but we could do the butterfly right now. I'm going to use the back of the tray so I can hold it up close. Okay, so the butterfly, I'll tell you what colors I'm using. So for the flowers that we'll do on the inside, we'll use Blackberry Bliss, dark, Petunia, light and dark, and the leaves are in Granny Apple Green. But for the butterfly, there's these 5 colors. And it's okay if you say 5 colors on one butterfly. Yeah. So there's 2 colors in the yellow part, which is daffodil light and dark. And then the butterfly, the outside part, is in pumpkin pie, dark, and then peach pie, light and dark. So we'll do that now. So I'll do the yellow, which is the inside part up close, and then I'll get busy and I'll do the orange. Just so you know. Okay, so dark daffodil, 2 layers, 1 layer, 2 layers, a little bit on here. It's kind of hard to see the lines. It's like, what part is the center part of the butterfly wings? Then over here, 1 layer, 2 layers, 1 layer, 2 layers. I just want good saturation of that color. And now, daffodil, I have a little hair in my eye. Daffodil light is going to fill in the rest of this section. And then when I look at the daffodil light or daffodil dark, if there's like a strong line between the light and dark, I'll just go over that a few times just to kind of blend it a little. Like this one might be a strong line, but we'll see. This center section goes way over here. Yeah. Okay, and then fill this in. Okay, so there is a strong line. You could definitely tell that's daffodil dark and that's daffodil light. To make it blend more, I'll just run over the seam. It's blended. Okay, a little bit more with up close. Maybe I could do all of it up close. So this is Pumpkin Pie Dark. I'm going to go to the bottom of each of these little sections. I don't know if Mother Nature makes butterflies, like how the coloring is. I'm not quite sure. I need to investigate that. When I was getting my haircut today, I was sitting there in her studio, and right outside she has a rock wall. And because the sun is shining so pretty today, it's nice. All the little lizards were coming out. She goes, oh, I love watching lizards. And then we were talking about them. She goes, yeah, I think they're eggs. So I need to look it up. She goes, they have like a whole condominium down there of networking tunnels and everything. I said, so they're eggs. I said, yeah, I guess that's how reptiles do it, do their breeding. And I know that later in the summer, all those little lizards come out, and the tiny little ones, they are so cute. But I don't know how they, what is it really, you know? I have to investigate this. Peach Pie Light, okay, Peach Pie Dark. So now this section, this color, I'm going to do on just 1/3, the second third of each of the panels. Butterfly panels, of course. I'll show you a little bit more on a good one, because these are all so tiny. But see how I'm allowing room for the Peach Pie Light. Okay, so this is a good one to show you. Can you see that close? See how I'm allowing room for the Peach Pie Light? That's the plan. It doesn't always happen like that, but I try. Okay, now peach pie. Whenever I say that, it makes me want peach pie, and I like peach pie. Peach Pie Light is going to fill in all the white. Just like that. Make it all complete. And because the area is so small, I'm not really taking time to blend. I think on the daffodil, the yellow, a little bit of blending is necessary. But with this orange and peach, pumpkin pie, peach, it's not necessary. Okay, butterfly is done. We can assemble the top already. It's like wildfire. We're doing it today. Okay, those are done. Okay, let's make this. Okay, so this one gets stuck down, and because it's, look how fun that is. Because it's so textured, I'm going to use liquid glue. If you have Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus, I think that could hold it, but otherwise I'd recommend glue, just because there's so much texture on here. A little bit in here. So now it's kind of hard to tell what side should be up and down. And I say that only because when I'm looking at this, these little ones are popped up and the big ones are going downward. I'm going to turn it over and all, but I think maybe it could be put on the card either way. There's no wrong. Everything you do with this embossing folder is right. That fun? I like that. I need to, you know how you could put ink on embossing folders and run them through? I need to do that. Okay, so the black one. Yeah. It gets put on here. And I know I have my flat spot on here. Let me get this kind of centered. Maybe. Looks good there. Okay, that's good. Then, look how cute this one is. It's like a coin. Petunia, pop. Glue. Glue. Right in the center. Well, these are the exact same size. That's convenient. Okay, so then I'm going to use just glue to stick this one, the small one to the big one. If I start putting dimensionals on these, I'm going to have a pyramid. I'm going to have a skyscraper. So, just glue. Well, you know, on this one, I put the, this layer. Well, that was a good idea. The black layer I put down flat with glue, and then the white layer I put up with dimensionals. Well, there's a different way. Okay, so now thinking about my little flat spot here, it is going to go to the top because look how much greenery is up there. Okay, right about here. Ah, the embossing folder helps me determine where the center is based on the pattern. Okay, so butterfly doesn't go on until we know where the flowers are. Words go on at the end. So this piece of greenery, it gets, well, I was going to say kind of chopped up. Because if you put it like this, you don't see much of the green. So I'll take a couple pieces. Right here at the top. This middle one gets covered. So I'll take this one off. See how it's going. Now make sure to cover up these ends. And this one, I think I'm going to take off that bit. Took all the time to color it, and I'm chopping it off. See, now this one is covered up a lot. Well, that kind of fills in the void. These could go lower. There's a whole leaf being covered up. I'm going to use it somehow. Somehow. Okay, how about if we start with the flowers being put down right in the middle. And put some glue on. Some of these are going to be hanging off the edge of the circle, so they'll need dimensionals. But I want the stems right about to here. Okay, that's kind of centered. Flowers over the top. Okay, that's good. Next is the words. Host Code, if you don't already have a demonstrator and you want to order something, I would love to be your demonstrator. And if you could, use this host code. I'll put it in the video description. Okay, so I'm going to put just 2 dimensionals on here so I could tuck in all the greenery, like underneath it. Isn't that a fun shape? Okay. So the green, this one definitely, like right here. I think that's pretty. So I'll put glue just at the bottom for now, and I'll have to put some dimensionals under that in a minute. Okay, that looks good. So now what else do we have? Thinking this one is leaning that way. There's a gap over here. I might have to cut some of that off. maybe. Okay, right there about. Then this one, I have stuff showing down here. I don't know. That looks good. Okay, that's the plan. So I'll put this one down with glue at the tip and then a dimensional under the end of the leaf. There, that fills in the void. Oops. Come on. Okay, and now this one, I really don't want to see the stem. This one is good. That one goes right there. Okay, and I'll put a dimensional on that one, giving it a second to dry. Okay, now this one, I like how that's covered, but this stem is going to go off. Okay, glue at the bottom, dimensional on the end. So much for a simple card, huh? Okay. So, well, this one is filled in more in the middle. It's still pretty. It's a whole bunch of pretty. So this flower can get a dimensional. And this flower can get, I think, a big dimensional there. Same with the leaf. Same with that one. And this one. I know what could fill in the absence in the middle. Bling! Oh, we need a bow too. So the bow, Baker Twine Essential Pack. I wonder how, that'd be distracting. Vanilla isn't quite the same. I think it will be white, just like the other one. Oh, I have one of these already made. Pile of glue. Glue, glue, glue. There it is. Be looking all cute. Okay, and then the bling. You know, at first the adhesive back sequins, I'm like, not a sequin, it has a hole in the middle, and but I've come around. You know why I've come around? I just noticed, because these don't have a hole in the middle. Maybe that's what the problem was before. It's because they had a hole in the middle. These don't. I like it. Oh, where should I put it? Maybe a big one here. But see, I don't want to cover up or take away from these little things. Okay, so flower, flower. This one could go here. I'm going to do it just like that. Then these can go, but see, this is heavier on that side. Do I dare do all three of them on one side? Yep, that's where they are. Okay, that's better. Isn't that pretty? Okay, butterfly. Ruh-roh. The butterfly. The butterfly is hanging out with the sparkle. That is my kind of butterfly. Because there's not really room over there. I don't want it down here. He might be saying thanks. Right in the middle? What do you think about that? I kind of like it. Oh, let me know in the comments what you think. I think I'm kind of liking this. Because see in the middle how you could see through all there? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let me know in the comments though what you think. I don't want to cover up the things. Right there. It's a little crazy. Okay, he's gonna go over here. But let me know what you think. And if you all really like it in the middle, I'm gonna do another one with that. I still like it. I like it. Okay, so for the inside, it's kind of easy. Just stamp the flower and we'll color it. So on here, and I was going to put a butterfly in there, and I was going to put words in there, and I was going to put, there's 2 background stamps. Did you see that in this bundle? I was going to put this in there, and then there's the little freckles. It's like, no, just calm down. So Jude sent me a text. We were chatting, and she made some really beautiful cards with, I think it's beauty layers, it's flowers, and it has the masking, and it looks really pretty. And she said something about simple stamping, and I'm like, yeah, I guess that's simple, but it's just so pretty. And it's true. And lately I did that crooked, but it looks really good. I'm gonna leave it. Lately I've been doing kind of tricky cards with lots of pieces, and I want to do something simple. Her cards are not simple though. Her cards are really nice. Okay, where should I start? I kind of want it to dry a bit. I know, we can put these layers in. Sometimes when I start coloring right after I stamp, the ink smears a bit, and I don't like that. So I'm pausing. I think I should just copy her card. It's really cute. She did really good with the stencil. I'm assuming she did blending brushes, but there's another new one in the new catalog that again has stencils. It's another flower grouping, and I want to do something with that one too. It's a whole bundle. Okay, we're done with dimensionals. Now it's just a little bit of coloring. Okay, so for coloring the flowers, are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do dark, rich, raspberry. I'm going to do one flower at a time because I learned if you do that, you don't have to spend so much time blending. So I'm going to go along the whole bottom with the darkest color, and then just like in the center of each petal at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to try to do 2 layers of color. Okay. Now next is petunia, dark. So this is going to be the mid color. So along the outside edge and up just a little bit further. So you could definitely tell there's 2 colors right there in that one. I'm kind of leaving that little strip for the very outside of the petal, which is going to be petunia light. Okay, so those are very different colors, which is good. That makes it look all fancy and shaded. Petunia light. That's going to fill in the rest of it. And if there's any drastic change from one color to another, I'll go over it with this Petunia Light to blend it a little bit more. I like coloring with the blends in small amounts. If I had to do all my Christmas cards, coloring with the blends, I think I'd be tired of it soon. Okay, so all along the bottom, even in the black area. Then up into the flower, and I'm doing this one really close to the wall because this is like the inside of the petal is hiding behind that big leaf. This one right here. And this one just gets the middle done. 2 layers. Good saturation. I should do this little one too. So along the bottom and then up into the middle. Okay. Now dark. Midpoint, leaving room for Petunia Light. Ooh, you could tell the difference from one color to the next. I'll go over that seam. It'll be blended. Oop, out of the line. I think I did that on the sample too. I'll blame it on coloring on the back of my tray. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. Petunia Light for the rest. It's so pretty. I like Petunia. The color. Okay, just fill it all in. So Emma is moving. She was staying with a friend who is a vegan also, while she's going to school in Portland. And then I guess they had like a little leak in her friend's house. Well, she met her online and she was renting a room. And so the insurance said, oh, okay, move to Airbnb and we'll pay for it. So they found a place and it was close to her roommate's work, which is very convenient. In downtown Portland, but her friend works from home. And Emma goes to school. She goes, it's a little bit longer for me to drive to school. Anyhow, so she now has a place in Portland, like a studio place. 1 room. Anyhow, we're moving her on Friday. But because she was just renting a room, Granny Apple Light and Granny Apple Dark, because she has just 1 room, she didn't bring all of her stuff from her house that she rented out to another friend. So it's like, oh, we just have to move the bedroom. She goes, yeah, but I need to go to IKEA and I need kitchen stuff and I need a dining room table and she needs all kinds of stuff. I'm like, why don't you just get it from Bremerton? She goes, oh, my friend is using that. That's part of it's fully furnished when she rents my house. Like, oh, okay. But that girl, I think it's like the generation, she puts stuff on Marketplace and stuff is like a revolving door with her. She could get stuff coming and going, and she should just go on Marketplace to buy back all the stuff that she sold before she moved into her Bremerton house. Anyhow, it's always fun to spend time, visit with her. That'll be Friday. Saturday, Kathy and Maggie are, come on, let's go to our favorite restaurant and let's go thrifting. And I'm not sure what that means. And I have to say, I'm not much of a shopper, but we are going to go thrifting and we're going to have a good time. I know it. We've done it once before. I think it just means going into shops. But they like to go into like recycled type shops. Recycling is good. Okay, I think we're almost done coloring. I have no more stories to tell today. Okay, there it is. Inside it's on. We're almost done with this project. Imagine that. Hooah. There it is. It's framed beauty. I love this stamp set. So you can order the stamp set beginning May 1st. New catalog, full of good stuff. Okay, so here's today's project. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.